Hello everyone, there's some new content indoors right now, and I bet you want to know how to handle it and what the new content is. First off, if you have disposable money, buy a lockpick at the start. If you don't, that's fine. In general, while you go through the run, a couple things you'll need to do. One, look at the door number as you're entering each room to know what room you're in. And two, get as much money as possible because there's a shop later and you're going to need money for it. Sometimes you'll have unblocked, undamaged doors. You can walk up to these and they'll open. And sometimes there'll be loot in them. In this case, it's just some money. There's a new light source, being the candle. I haven't tested this function much myself, but apparently the candle light turns blue when there is a nearby threat. Sometimes in these closets, you'll find treasure boxes, which can contain either items or money, though sometimes you need to use lockpicks to open them. Now, there's a new common threat that will attack you. You see how this door is 14 and locked? But if I walk over here, this door is 15 and locked. If I were to go up to the 15 door and try to go through it, I'd get attacked and take some damage. Now, if you're keeping track of the door number, this won't confuse you. I know what number I'm on. I'm on 13, so the next one's 14. But if you didn't check the door when you came in, you might not remember this. But whenever there's a locked room, your key will actually say it right on it. 14 and 14 right there. The most effective way of using the candle's danger sense is right when you enter a room, just quickly flashing it to see if it turns blue. If it doesn't, you're safe and you just saved yourself fuel. One interesting thing that happened with my candle is I used it and it came up as no danger, but then I used it once more after lights flickered and it came up as danger. So be careful with that. You might want to be careful with Figure. Their AI seems more aggressive than before and a bit more dangerous. But anyway, once you reach room 52, you get a shop where normally you can buy either a crucifix or a skeleton key. Surprisingly, I don't see a crucifix here. That's interesting. Right here is the big reason why if you get the skeleton key, or if you can, you should. You can go in here and eat this herb, which will give you healing passive regen for the rest of the run. This is fantastic and will aid you a ton, but you can't pick it up if you're planning on undergoing A-00. So we have flickering here, but the candle isn't turning blue, so I think I'm safe. Either at exactly 60 or around 60, you have this hole in the wall. You can go through there after you hit the lever in room 61. And with the skeleton key and 2 lockpicks, you can go to A-00. But we're not doing that here. Here's the jump scare for the new enemy. As you can see, it hits pretty hard, but if you look in the bottom left, you see our health bar slowly inching back full. That's right, green herb. Passive regeneration. As long as it doesn't kill you, you pretty much can never die. As long as it doesn't one-shot you. Here I have footage of when I reached room 90 for the first time. Shortly after entering, I fell to the ground because I stepped in a little trap. Now, I did have passive regen, so that was handy. But yeah, the rooms, I think 90 to 99, are these little trapped rooms, and I believe that Rush has a much higher chance of spawning here. The big threat is that in the dark, you might trip on a trap and then just get killed by Rush, so be very careful in here. So the last bit of footage I have here is from someone by the name of Omyx, I think. It's spelled Omyxi. I got their permission to use their footage, and I'll put the link to their video in the description. I went ahead and put this at ×2 speed just so we can kind of get a perspective on how this goes for an average run if it's accelerated to be twice as fast. So they're just looking around right now. Once they let Figure out, though, the new map really shows some of its changes with how a little door opens up and you need to hurry and escape from Figure. In this case, they hide in the side, but you can also hide in a locker. From here, they're basically sneaking around trying to avoid Figure while grabbing little batteries. And once you get, or not batteries, but buttons. And once you successfully manage to collect all the buttons, you can burn Figure. Now, I'm not sure if the button locations are random or not. I would assume they are. Oh wow, Figure just ran out. This part is pretty much the same, right? You just hit the things that you need to hit. But once you finish charging up the thing, you better start running because Figure will sprint you down and try to kill you. But if you successfully make it, then you have finished the game. And that is the new content in the update, or it should at least be most of it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and this guide is helpful, please leave a like.